Hello boys, it's me, Vitamin Deficient Daniel. Now, I have another variant of the Zealer Paladin here today. As you can see by the big fuck off stick, a lot of you probably know what this is, right? Breath of the Dying War Pike, absolute beefy weapon. There's only a few items that have, that can kind of compete in terms of high sheet DPS for this. And I'm like, you know what, I'm going to chuck it on a Zeal Paladin and see how much damage I can really do. And I'll tell you, like, this is honestly the most fun I've had in a long time playing the Zeal Paladin. In the past few days, I've been leveling up my Paladin to 87 using specifically this setup in high player count Chaos games, boys. So I know my builds, I kind of record them solo, I build online, so it's all players one. But I just have to reiterate, this is high player count worthy. And it's very strong. So we'll get into stat, skills, gear, whatever, see what Ilzan is doing, and then we're just going to nuke the shit out of Chaos and then kind of close things up. So 87, Paladin, we've got 181 on strength, we've got 28 dexterity, so nothing there, we don't really need to. We've got charms and shit to get our attack rating high enough, so we are good. The rest chucked into vitality, and resistances are all kind of bonked up there. So since we are using a two-hander, we don't need to use Holy Shield and all that jibber jabber, so we can kind of max out resist lightning and resist fire, so we can peak up our resistances, just that little bit higher. Now, stats. We have 29% lifesteal, so 15 is coming from the E-botted. When you're hitting with, such high DPS, as long as you're hitting, you're not really going to be dying. But that's the thing, you got to keep hitting. So 100% increased attack speed. We also have, down here, we have 50% crushing blow, 62% deadly strike. Not too shabby. Now, skills is kind of what you'd expect for a Zeal Paladin. We've got Salvation, Redemption, and Vigor. These ones we can use in different team setups and high player count games. Someone else is using Fanaticism. If you chuck yours on, it's just going to be using, I believe, whoever has the highest aura. And there's not much point there. You can just put on one of these to kind of help yourself or to further buff the party, I guess. Salvation is definitely a good one that helps to kind of overcap your team's resistances when there is the lower resist that's being cast by Doom Knights and all of that. So we've got the rest kind of pumped into Fire and Lightning, as I said, and then down here, it's no surprise, Fanaticism maxed out with 20 Sacrifice, 20 Zeal, and just wanted to charge to kind of zip around like a little Sonic. Now, Mercenary, we're running a Reaper's Toll Mercenary with Might, just at max damage. We have enough attack rating, so we don't need to be cornered to using Blessed Aim in this setup. Treachery, Cham G-Face, and the Shale in there. Now for our gear, we've got E-botted, which is not quite, max, but we do have the high roll of 15% lifesteal, and 387, highest is 400 ED. So that's kind of good. The rest is my typical Zeal setup that I use that you may have seen. 40 ED G-Face, High Lords, we've got a Perfect Fort, Shadow Plate, Laying of Hands. You do have a few other options for hands as well, such as one, which I'll show you quickly, is this here. You can get some type of increased attack speed, blood crafted gloves, which is great, helps to give you a bit more crushing blow. As long as you have some form of kind of dual leech, cover yourself with the resistances, along with String of Ears, Ravenfrost, and Gore Riders. So what else have we got down here? Closest I can get to 320s, and then whatever else I kind of need to fill me in with as much damage. So I do have resistances where I need to get them a bit higher, along with an Annie and a shitty Hellfire Torch. Do have my CTA on switch. Now, I know that was a bit quick, but speaking of quick, let's just go right in and smash the shit out of this. Whew. I love this build, boys. The past few days when I was playing online, I got a few compliments from people in the game like, oh my god, is that an E-botted Paladin? Oh my god, is that Double Billy? That's insane. Wow, that's so quirky and cool and unique. Wow. Nah, not really. Some people are like, wait, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, nice, you're actually killing shit and not dying. That's kind of what it was, right? But the damage output on this thing is really no joke. I know everyone, like, the kind of high tier stuff is what you're really going to see all the time. Grief and all of that. But this is something that definitely shouldn't be, pushed under the rug. The range on the Pike is actually quite noticeable as well. Sometimes you do get the casters like in this area here, when they can get pushed just over the side. You can actually reach them in some occasions with your goddamn War Pike, which is actually quite cool. Don't die, mercenary. Come on, mate. We've only just started. Oh, it's the amp damage. It's the amp damage that was getting him a bit sad, I think. Small charm, not bad. Sometimes when I'm recording videos, I need to remember to actually pick up stuff. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, I don't want to disturb the smoothness of the video. I'll just leave it, I'll pick it up later, and I'll just forget. Sometimes I've done that, and I'm like, man, I swear I picked up this base somewhere. I know I found it. I mean, I did find it. That's no lie. I just didn't pick up the damn thing, did I? Like here, physical immune, so Reaper's Toll, easy peasy. If you can get, you know, some Grand Charms and things that do have faster run walk on them, it does actually help with clearing, I found. I tried to put in a few extra ones where I could. Oh god, don't die, I'm going to show you my fucking charms. It's a bit embarrassing. I'll show you in a second. So what have I got here? I've got my 7% with 14, 7% with AR, and then 7% with a bit of damage. So I've got an extra 21 there, just to kind of dance around. So I think in total with my Gore Riders, I've got 51% faster run walk. I mean, it's not super high, right? Definitely still noteworthy, I think. Sometimes these boys just nuke me. But you know what? It's the other way around today. Alright, let's buff up again, get my health a bit higher. Sometimes you do need to be careful when you are kind of surrounded by mobs. As long as you are attacking, you're kind of fine. Since your sheet damage and everything is so high, you can get enough lifesteal back. But yeah, sometimes you just need to back off, maybe wait for Decrepify or wait for someone else to kind of engage. But that's only for, like, you know, the real crowded kind of P8 hits. There you go. Pretty easy. What do we get? Sandstorm tricks and little thingy there. That is about it, boys. This is so far my favorite Zeal Paladin. An absolute slapper. If you guys want to run around like an absolute freight train, pack out with a whole bunch of these, I reckon. Where these max damage, faster run walk, just zip around and slap everything. Also, do not forget about just 1 point into charge. With this thing, if you're running around the charge, you're still hitting 16k damage. Sometimes I find it quite easy. Sometimes I prefer to split up Lord Deceased from his pack of mobs up here by using specifically charge. Because, you know, with his bloody curses and shit, you can get, you know, kind of dunked on by all of his kind of boys that he has there. So sometimes I use charge specifically to kind of push him out this way. And then you just destroy him with Zeal. Easy peasy. But I highly recommend this one if you guys are getting bored with maybe just Grief or Tesladin. You want to try something else that is still extremely strong. This is a fucking great variant. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you have anything else, any other recommendations, or if there's some weird shit you want to see slapped on a Zeal Paladin, right, chuck it in the comments below. But thank you, boys. See you around.